Welcome back to Stoic Thrive. Today's video is incredibly important for anyone who values their peace, their relationships, and their personal growth. We're going to explore 5 major signs that you might be dealing with a psychopath. If you've ever felt confused, manipulated, or even abused by someone who seems to have it all together, you might be unknowingly dealing with a psychopath. Psychopaths are skilled at disguising their true nature. They may appear charming, competent, and even likable, but underneath that facade is a person who is emotionally cold, manipulative, and dangerous. The good news: you don't have to fall prey to their tricks. Stoicism can help you develop the mental clarity and emotional strength to spot these warning signs before you get too deeply involved. Stoic principles teach us to embrace rational thinking, calmness, and the courage to stand firm in our beliefs, especially when faced with manipulative personalities. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to recognize the red flags, set proper boundaries, and walk away from toxic people without guilt. Before we dive into these signs, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Stoic Thrive, and share it with anyone who could use this information. Protect yourself, protect your peace, and let's get into the first sign. 1. They lack empathy. They don't feel your pain. One of the most glaring signs that you're dealing with a psychopath is their complete lack of empathy. Psychopaths do not understand or feel the pain of others. This isn't just about not caring. It's a total inability to connect with someone else's emotional state. Whether you're going through a tough time, experiencing grief, or celebrating an achievement, a psychopath simply does not feel for you. Imagine sharing a deeply personal experience with someone, hoping for compassion or support, and they react with indifference or even dismissiveness. They might say things like, "That's your problem," or "Why are you making such a big deal out of this?" This shows that they are not capable of seeing things from your perspective. It's not that they don't care, it's that they can't care. They are emotionally detached and only interested in how things affect them. For those following Stoic philosophy, this is a stark contrast. A Stoic works toward understanding others, practicing empathy as a way to connect on a deeper level. Empathy, in Stoic terms, is essential because it helps us build meaningful and harmonious relationships, while understanding the pain of others helps us live a life guided by virtue and kindness. A psychopath, however, sees relationships as tools to be used for personal gain, and empathy is an emotional response that simply doesn't register with them. When someone consistently lacks empathy, it's a red flag that you may be dealing with a psychopath. Trust your instincts, and remember, a person who can't empathize with you will never truly have your best interests at heart. 2. They are charming, but it's all a lie. Psychopaths are often incredibly charming at first, using their charisma to manipulate you into trusting them. They know exactly how to behave to win you over, flatter you, and make you feel special. This charm, however, is not genuine. It's a carefully crafted facade designed to get what they want from you. Once they've earned your trust, their true nature emerges. You might find that they are the life of the party, always telling stories that draw people in with their smooth talk, making you laugh, or complimenting you excessively. In the beginning, it feels great to be around them. But as time goes on, you'll start noticing inconsistencies, things they said that don't add up, promises that go unfulfilled, and behaviors that feel off. The charm is just a tool to gain access to your life and manipulate you into giving them what they want. In Stoicism, charm and flattery are seen as fleeting distractions. Stoics value honesty, integrity, and virtuous behavior. We do not seek approval or admiration from others. We seek to live according to our principles, unaffected by the opinions or praise of others. A psychopath, however, thrives on this kind of external validation. They manipulate the social environment around them, using their charm as a weapon to build a network of support for their own benefit. If you're dealing with someone who always seems to know the right things to say and can turn on the charm at will, don't be fooled. Pay attention to their actions, not their words, and you'll start to see the cracks in their facade. 3. They have a sense of entitlement. They believe the world owes them something. Psychopaths have a profound sense of entitlement, believing that they deserve special treatment and that the world should revolve around them. This belief extends to everything, from the way they expect to be treated in relationships, to the way they demand attention, admiration, and resources. No matter how hard others work or how much they sacrifice, a psychopath always believes they should be given more. In relationships, this manifests as them expecting you to cater to their needs without reciprocating. They may expect you to drop everything for them, but when you need something in return, they're either indifferent or openly dismissive. This sense of entitlement also extends to the way they treat rules and boundaries. They feel that the normal rules of society do not apply to them, and they are above any consequences for their actions. From a Stoic perspective, entitlement is the opposite of virtue. Stoicism teaches us to focus on personal responsibility and self-discipline. We are responsible for our own actions and must accept the natural consequences of our behavior. A psychopath's entitlement, however, leads them to exploit others without guilt. They take what they want without regard for the harm they may cause. If you notice someone constantly demanding special treatment or showing an inflated sense of their own importance, be cautious. This sense of entitlement often leads to manipulation and control, which is exactly what a psychopath thrives on. 4. They manipulate and gaslight you. They twist your reality. Psychopaths are experts in manipulation and gaslighting. Gaslighting is a psychological tactic where they manipulate you into doubting your own perception of reality. They'll twist facts, deny things they said or did, and make you feel like you're the one going crazy. This constant manipulation keeps you off balance and creates confusion in your mind, making it easier for them to control you. A common tactic they use is to invalidate your feelings or make you question your memory of events. For instance, they might say, "That's not what happened at all. You're remembering it wrong," even though you know for a fact what they said or did. Over time, this makes you question your own sanity, and they gain more power over you. This is a deliberate effort to destabilize you emotionally and keep you in a vulnerable state. Stoicism, however, teaches us to hold on to the truth and stay grounded in reason. A Stoic seeks clarity and calm in all situations, accepting things as they are without allowing emotions to cloud judgment. Psychopaths, on the other hand, rely on chaos and emotional manipulation to get what they want. If you find yourself constantly questioning your reality or feeling emotionally drained by someone, recognize it as a tactic to control and manipulate you. Trust your own perception and step back from the situation. 5. They have no long-term relationships. They use people and move on. Psychopaths don't maintain lasting, meaningful relationships. They view people as tools to serve their needs, and once they've extracted everything they want from someone, they move on without a second thought. They may have a long list of ex-partners, broken friendships, and distant family relationships. There is no loyalty or emotional depth in their connections. This lack of genuine connection stems from their inability to form real bonds. They can mimic the outward behaviors of relationships, but they are incapable of real emotional investment. As soon as they stop getting what they want from someone, they move on to the next victim. In the meantime, they leave behind a trail of emotional destruction. For Stoics, relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and trust. They require time and effort to nurture, and true loyalty is something to be cherished. If someone in your life has a history of short-lived relationships, no deep emotional connections, and a tendency to abandon people when they no longer serve them, it's a major warning sign that you may be dealing with a psychopath. Final thoughts. Recognizing a psychopath in your life is no small feat, but with the power of Stoic philosophy, you can protect yourself. Trust your instincts and don't allow manipulation or charm to cloud your judgment. A psychopath's goal is to control and exploit, but you have the power to set boundaries, walk away, and protect your peace. If you've noticed any of these signs in someone you know, it's time to step back and evaluate the relationship. Don't ignore the red flags. Your mental and emotional health is more important than any superficial connection. Stay grounded, stay wise, and remember, your peace is your responsibility. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe to Stoic Thrive, and share it with anyone who might need this information. Stay strong, stay stoic, and don't let anyone steal your peace.